Hey, what's up, guys? Just out here working on the C3 that I picked up a couple months ago. This is a 74. It's a really nice car when I got it. I've done quite a bit to it since then, but tonight I am working on the fender grills here for the vent. I picked these up off eBay. It's a company called Innovative Corvette Products. They've got several different designs. They've got black, silver, polished. They've got bigger mesh, just, whatever floats your boat. But this is the second set I've put in. I put a set in my buddy's C3. And he's got side pipes, and his side pipes are they're welded. It's all welded. There's no flange for the header, so we'd have to take the headers off to get access underneath, and then you've got to take the evap canister out if you've got one. So in my case, I've got a bunch of stripped out screws. The heads are stripped out. I don't know why someone went all Chuck Norris on them, but there's a better way. So I didn't want to jack with drilling these out tonight, so I'm going to do it the same way, or I did it the same way. What I do is I don't use the epoxy they send. What they want you to do is take those bottom triangle shaped panels down so you've got access to get your hand up in there. Then they want you to use these strips of duct tape to tape the grill insert into place. And then they want you to take the glue and go around the inside perimeter. So what I did was use the two-part DevCon. This is a 5-minute epoxy. I've had stuff that's been sitting out in the sun for over a decade that I've fixed with this, and it's still fine, still holding. So, what I do before I mix up my epoxy and before I put these in is I tie fishing line in a loop at the top, and then a different piece in the middle, and then a third piece at the bottom. And I bring all three of those lines together and tape a little handle up and wrap it around a piece of tape. So you've got a little handle to pull in three places. With the washer fluid reservoir in here, you can't really angle that up in there. You might be able to. I didn't try too hard, but on the driver's side, there's enough room to feed the insert in and get it into place. On the passenger side, you can just stick it in at an angle and turn it. Before you commit to a side, look at which way the mesh faces. If you swap sides, that pattern is going to be facing in, so it'll look more solid. I wanted the mesh out so you've kind of got that contrast and you can see it. So what I did is mix the DevCon up, let it set off for about 2 minutes, and then I take there's a hard edge in here that the insert's going to lay in. And then there's a soft edge over here, and then there's a sharp edge at the top and bottom. So I load that hard lip up with the epoxy, and I use the tip of my finger, no gloves. If you use gloves, you're going to get it all over the glove, and you're going to end up getting it all over the car. It's just more to clean up. Alcohol will cut this stuff before it dries, so remember that. Have alcohol and maybe a microfiber towel on hand. And then I test fitted it first. That way I could see where I needed to put the glue on the other side, on that soft edge. And by soft edge, it just kind of wraps around in there, so that's just going to rest on it. Excuse me. So, yeah, on the passenger side, once it set for about half an hour, I came back and just kind of tapped on it. And there was one spot up here that didn't take. So what I did to fix that was mixed up a little more epoxy. And then I took my flat edge and I scooped some of that epoxy up. I wiped the back side off so it's good and clean. And then I went in with the epoxy side of the edge or of the blade facing the grill, and I pushed in with one finger and just fed this in and just smeared it on its way out. And then I took a small right angle pick, and then I just kind of pulled some pressure against it. So altogether, it took me about 20 minutes to do both sides, give or take, and not too bad. And they really do look good in there. Just kind of finishes it off. A little expensive, but well worth the money. All right, guys, well, that's it. Y'all have a good one.